Have you ever felt like your cat is acting a little strange, but you can't explain why? Not sick enough to panic, but not normal either. Here's the truth most cat owners don't realize. Cats can have a fever and still look completely fine. No loud crying, no obvious pain, just small changes, the kind you might ignore. And that's what makes it dangerous. Cats are wired to hide weakness. So when they're sick, they don't show it clearly, they hide it in behavior. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 hidden signs your cat may have a fever. Not the usual ones you always hear, but the subtle signals most owners completely miss. Some of these may even look normal, or even cute. So make sure you watch until the end because the last 2 signs are the ones people ignore the most. And before we begin, if you truly care about your cat's health, take 1 second to like this video and subscribe because what you learn today might save your cat's life someday. Now let's start. Number 1, the slow blink followed by withdrawal. You've probably seen your cat look at you slowly, close their eyes, then open them again. That's usually a sign of trust and comfort. But here's what most people don't notice. If your cat gives you that slow blink, then suddenly turns away, avoids you, or walks off. That's different. That's not just affection. That can be a sign your cat wants connection, but doesn't have the energy to continue. It's like they're saying, I acknowledge you, but I don't feel okay. And because the change is so subtle, most people completely ignore it. Number 2, drinking water, but in a strange way. Most advice will tell you to watch if your cat drinks more or less. But what really matters is how they drink. A cat with a fever may approach the water bowl more often, but instead of drinking normally, they take small sips. Pause, look around, then try again. Sometimes they just sit near the water as if they want to drink but can't fully commit. This happens because their body feels both thirsty and uncomfortable at the same time. So instead of obvious changes, you see unusual patterns. And unless you're really paying attention, you'll miss it. Number 3, the statue posture. This is one of the clearest yet most ignored signs. Your cat sits in one place, body slightly hunched, head a bit lower than usual, eyes half open, and they stay there. Not sleeping, not relaxing, just still, almost like a statue. This is not normal rest. This is your cat conserving energy. Their body is working hard internally, fighting something, and they're trying to reduce movement as much as possible. If you notice your cat staying in one position longer than usual without fully resting or sleeping, that's a warning sign. Number 4, grooming, but not the way you expect. You might think a sick cat completely stops grooming, and yes, sometimes that's true. But in some cases, the opposite actually happens. A cat with a fever may start grooming in a strange, uneven way. You might notice one part of their body looks very clean while other areas seem messy or neglected. Or they keep licking the same spot over and over again. This happens because certain areas of their body may feel uncomfortable or slightly painful. So instead of grooming normally, they focus only on the areas that feel off. It's not obvious illness, it's selective behavior. And that's exactly why so many cat owners miss it. Number 5, a sudden personality change. This one confuses a lot of people. Your cat might suddenly become more clingy than usual, following you around, wanting attention all the time, or the complete opposite. They become distant, quiet, and avoid interaction altogether. This isn't just a mood change. Fever affects your cat's internal state, including how they respond emotionally, so they may act completely different from their normal personality. And many owners misunderstand this. They'll say, wow, my cat is so affectionate today. Or why is my cat suddenly ignoring me? But the truth is, your cat may not be feeling well, and this is their way of coping. Number 6, very subtle changes in breathing. Not heavy breathing, not panting. Something much harder to notice. If you watch your cat closely while they're resting, you might see slightly faster breathing, tiny pauses between breaths, or subtle chest movements that weren't there before. These changes are easy to overlook, but they matter because when a cat has a fever, their body needs more oxygen. So even if it's not obvious, their breathing pattern can change slightly. And if it becomes noticeable, that may mean the condition is already getting worse. Number 7, unusual temperature behavior. This is one of the most overlooked signs. A cat with a fever may suddenly stop using their favorite sleeping spot. They might lie on cold surfaces like tile floors, move from one place to another, or avoid warm areas they used to love. Sometimes they just can't seem to get comfortable anywhere. This happens because their body temperature is already elevated, but at the same time they may feel chills internally. So they try to regulate how they feel by changing their environment. To you, it might look random, but to your cat, it's an attempt to feel normal again. And this is where many people get it wrong. They assume it's just a change in preference, but sometimes it's already a sign of a fever. Now, here's something very important. Your cat doesn't need to show all 7 signs. Sometimes just 1 or 2 is enough. And these signs often appear early before things become serious. A fever itself is not the illness. It's a signal, a message from your cat's body saying something is wrong internally. It could be an infection, inflammation, an injury, or something you can't see yet. And the biggest mistake many cat owners make is waiting. They observe, they hope it goes away, they delay taking action until the signs become obvious, and by then it's harder to treat. Some even try giving human medication, which is extremely dangerous for cats. Cats process medications very differently. Even a small amount can be toxic. So if your cat seems off trust your instincts, you know your cat better than anyone. And if something feels different, it probably is. Your cat may never say, "I'm sick," but they will show it in quiet ways, through small changes, through behavior, through silence. So the next time your cat seems a little different, don't ignore it. Because sometimes what looks normal is actually a warning. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other cat owners. And comment below which of these signs surprised you the most, because your experience might help someone else save their cat too.